I've got a bit of an issue. For some reason, as you can see, I've got to hold it this way, which means that's why I was a bit late. And also I need to now, obviously, I'm gonna have to prop this up because I cannot hold this camera like this for ages. So how is everybody? I've obviously not done this in a couple of, well, 6 weeks now. It's been about 6 weeks. I wanted to change the orientation. I don't know if it's going to let me. If I turn it that way, is it going to let me? No. What's it saying? It's actually blocking me. It's locked. Rotate device back. Right, where's everybody else then? I know that a few people were really early in the chat. Let's see if I can do this. Rotate. I don't know what's going on here now. Darren's in. Perfect. Pete's in. It's portrait mode. Pete, I can't change it. It's done my head in. I don't know why it's done that, but that actually might mean that I'm going to turn it this way for a change. And hopefully I can balance it up here. Can you guys still hear me? It wouldn't let me change it in the settings, but as long as you can hear me, I'm not bothered. Right, it's going to fall over, isn't it? Can you still hear? Can everybody still hear okay? I've got this here. I'm just on a different angle of the room. Hi, buddy. Yeah, Dave, nice to see you. All good. Everything's good there. That's fine. I might be able to walk around with it then. Have we lost him or is it just me? I'm still here. Hopefully it's still there. Magnus is still there. What's going on here? I'm hoping it's still working. I noticed the double-header presenter shell gone. No, it's there. It's there. Alan Alman is in as well, which is perfect. This is going to be really annoying portrait mode, but what I might be able to do is just maneuver it around a little more. Pete, can you see me again? Can everybody still see me? There's a few people still joining in. Typically the internet is absolutely rubbish, but it's going to work. I'm glad to see all the guys coming in are, of course, what's the word I'm after, your channel members, which is good because I can obviously do the draw in a bit. You can see me good. Thanks for letting me know, Pete. I am so frustrated now that I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to rearrange all of this completely and balance the phone. I tried to change it in the settings, but when I try and change it, it just goes off. But I'm hoping that you can still hear me. NEC Toy Fair 29th of September. Yes, I'm looking to doing that as well, definitely. I don't know if I'm going to be, what's the word I'm after? I don't know if I'm going to be selling, or I'm definitely going to be there walking around, but I don't know if I'm going to be selling as well. But because I want to do what you guys do. I want to do the fun part. I want to do the searching here, then everywhere, because that's the bit that I enjoy the most. That's, as I say, that is what I find to be really fun. Is that going to change it around? What's that? No, that's flicking the camera around. But obviously there's TF Nation in, what, 4 weeks? I can't believe how fast that's come around. Who else is doing that? Because I haven't decided yet if that's what well, I witched how many days I'm going. I think I'm just going to do the Saturday, to be honest. This is going to drive me nuts. How am I going to balance this? Pete, are you doing TF Nation? I know that you really enjoyed, as I say, the, what's it called? The TF UK Con. That was really good though, because it was so small. We could obviously all interact far more, which was great. I don't want to be carrying this around all the time. Tube Top, nice to see you, pal. Glad you're in here. Apple juice, in case anybody's wondering. I wonder if I can work out how to get this and get it to balance. TF Nation, that's the problem with it, Dave. That is exactly the problem. It's too expensive, I think. Wow, Darren's in. Oh, yeah, okay. The guests this year are really good, actually. They've managed to improve on quite a few by the looks of it. Because that's my big thing with our TF Nation. It's nowhere near as good as any of the conventions which they have in America, because they've just got the absolute abundance of choice, haven't they? Andy's in. Way, nice to have you on here, Andy, as well. I'm really frustrated because I can't turn my camera holder around, and I hate being in portrait. And I did change the settings, but it's by the by now. It's way too late. It's not going to let me do it. So I'm going to have to just either best balance it somewhere in a second, but I don't know where I'm going to balance it to. Andy, I presume you're going to be at TF Nation, pal. Funnily enough, exactly where I met him. This is crazy because lots of the people here I've ended up meeting in real life, just at conventions and stuff. Where am I going to put this phone? If I put it there, is that too high? Is that too high? the question is, can you still hear me? Can you still hear that? Because the speaker's on the bottom. And if you can hear that, I'm going to leave it there. So let me know in the comments, can you hear that? Ow. E-list transforms, looking forward to it. Yeah, it won't be long, Darren. There's only a few of them, obviously. That's perfect. As long as you can hear me, that's perfect then, because as I say, it's balancing like that. I haven't got to worry about anything. Brilliant. Right, that's good. That's good. This is completely impromptu. I've just got to not knock this cabinet now, so I'm not planning on moving around anyway, so it's all right. Yeah, so just you probably, I don't know if you saw the video, but this is insane. This thing, it's ridiculous. It's 80 quid. It's 80 quid on Show Z. So if you want just like a big standout massive Optimus Prime just to go on a shelf, it's got to be the way forward. It's ridiculous. Okay, it hasn't got the electrics and everything in it, which the others had. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stand, but it doesn't matter. I stay at church. I pretty much stand all of the time, Pete, which people can't tell. I do stand, but there's that's my elbow. There's something I can lean on back here. I prefer MPO1 as well, but MPO1's like half the size of that. As long as I can still do everything, that's all I'm bothered about, to be fair. I actually quite like this. You get to see Takara Corner, which is good. I add quotes to the shots, but yeah, retro actions started doing all that, which is brilliant. I love the fact that you've all taken your own little roles on the comments. It's good. Just the problem is I've just fallen behind at the moment because there's been so many recently, which again is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I've got the quotes here as well. I've also got the wheel of names ready for you all. So for the people who are the channel members, I'm going to do that. I'll do that at 11. I always do it an hour in. Russ, did you ever get around to grabbing any of those super cheap knockoff combine? I didn't. Fungaboy's in. Dave, I haven't managed to get any of them yet. Should I get MPP Masterfar? I've got all 6 of them. Funnily enough, I cannot show you them because that is what the phone is balancing on. Now, Yukikaze, in my opinion, is the worst. He has the most panels, so it depends how you're going to be displaying him. If you're going to be displaying him in robot mode, it's okay. There is a lot of panels. The tray mode is beautiful, and I haven't got around to doing the combined mode yet, so I can't give you an honest answer on the combined mode. But as soon as I get around to doing that, I will get his repaint when he comes out. I'm going to be doing that because one of my I was nearly said clients, but that's work. One of my subscribers, channel members, Aaron, he's not in it yet. He's not in the chat yet. No, he's going to be lending me his. So I'm going to be able to do the reviews on all of them. Like I say, most of my third-party figures, that's not third-party, I know, sorry, but yeah, most of me masterpiece and third-party for other people at the moment, because that's what happens when you run out of space. I opened Kine the other day and it fitted on a narrow gate. Yeah, they do. They all fit on and Funboy because they're made by. Pete will quote this better than me, but they're made by the Takara company make the trains, so they are actually really good for that. I'm trying to get this to catch up. It's miles behind, which is a pain in the bum. But yeah, the trains are beautiful. If you like the trains, then you can display it in the train mode, no problem whatsoever. Robot, as I say, it's okay. What was the point of moving Masterpiece to? I don't know. That's a really good question. Hope you would do the same for F-List and so on. I could do if you wanted to, Darren, if I get time. It just takes so long with most of the ones that I do. The reason I did E was because there was only about 5, and I was like, is there any I'm missing? But if I can get around to doing that, then of course I will, no problem whatsoever. Pete's question, just let you know, missing link. It's not a rumour, it's a definite one. Fungboi, I did a video on it this morning because they're just going to paint it blue. So that's a definite one. What was I saying then? I was talking, what were we talking about? I can't think. Oh yeah, Yukikaze. Depends how you're going to display him. Completely depends how how you're going to let him, how you're going to display him. I will get around to doing the combined mode. Paint is blue like the Altair clone. Fun, but there you go. Do you know what? Shall I give you guys in the chat? Shall I give you? Because I know I like to do things like this. Shall I give you? What's the word? An exclusive. Let me give you an exclusive. So Pete's gonna love this. Yeah, Pete is gonna love this. Oh no, that's not it. It's not in this. It's in the other one. Whereas you know you love it, Pete. This is for you, pal. Ready? And this is, I suppose, this is a live stream exclusive, shall we say. I used to do these quite a lot, but then I prefer to do the Monday mystery boxes or whatever. But here we go. I had RC. She don't think it would have been. Yes. Right. Ready, Pete? Ready for this? There you go. There you go. So pretty much exactly what Fung Boys just put there. So there you go. I just thought used to do them before you got it. That's true, actually. I did used to do them. So yes, so this one with the other box. It's not complete. It's nowhere near complete. Nowhere near complete. It was just look, I've not even opened it. I've not even opened it. It's all still in the boxes, ready for the unboxing that I was going to film tomorrow, ready for Monday. So yes, the seller who I brought this from, these are resin parts. He's printed out the fists and the connector just so I can display it. But the trailer and the, oh no, I've not got them. Original. It's an original Pathosis. It's not the, I wish it was the E-Hobby. It's the powered convoy. It's not the E-Hobby one. So yeah, it's the Dioclo, and I won't be able to stay long. Just no problem, Scourges Optimus. Thanks for jumping in. So you guys, you already know what's going to be the unboxing. So in fact, I'll do this as a bonus unboxing tomorrow. But yeah, there's the powered convoy. And there's the original. That's the one. It's good Legacy animated Optimus. No, this is powered convoy, as you say. So it's the original one. I've been looking them for ages on the shorts of the inner robot one. It's not, buddy, Darren. I've done it 100%. The Pretender shell. I know I've done it because yeah, but I can do another one now. I just want to show Darren. I don't know why Darren doesn't think that the Pretender shell's there, but it's on there now. I know it is because people have commented all over it. Let's have a look for him. What commander class would I? Commander class? I think we're going to get an Optimus, aren't we? But I would love a proper, with the reason why it would have to be commander class is because it needs a real shell. Thunderwing. I want a proper Thunderwing. Where are we? Videos, shorts. Let me just show this to Darren. I don't know why his thing isn't working, but if I go here, because loads of people commented on it. There you go, Darren. It's 4 down from the top. Pretender shell. It's there. It's had 500 plus views, so it's definitely there. Super Gene wrote it. Dylan, Adrian, happy birthday to you, sir. That's really good of you to jump in on here on your birthday. I do appreciate that. Yeah, Darren, I don't know why you've not seen it. It's on there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the shorts down the list. Yeah, I want a proper Thunderwing. You'll have some new reviews to keep you busy soon, Russ. Another few weeks in the sweeps. Yes, that's it. They'll start coming. It's quite funny actually, because in the post today came the 4-pack, which obviously I've already reviewed every single one of them on. But it's nice because obviously I sent them back, so I've got my own now. There you go. It's definitely there. What else was I answering to you? Yeah, I want a decent. Thanks, Scourge. I want a decent Thunderwing, so that could be a Black Shadow as well. I've always liked the Pretenders in concept, but I don't like how the shells are neglected. Exactly, I think with it being commander class, I mean, if they can spend all that money on a trailer for Optimus Prime that doesn't do anything, what's the word I'm on about? You know, at least it doesn't, as I say, it doesn't do anything. So why can't they do the same with the Pretender shell? It surely wouldn't cost much different to what a trailer costs. So that's what I'd rather have. I'd much rather have a Pretender shell and then like a Voyager class figure, like they do the Optimuses. The Optimuses are obviously a Voyager class figure and then you get the trailer and everything, which pumps it up to the leader class or whatever. Because the Netflix Prime was only Voyager. The Netflix Prime was just a Voyager figure on its own, and I preferred that one, to be honest. I'm thirsty already. I reckon, Pete, we're going to get a shattered glass. We'll get everything. We'll get. We'll probably get the Bapes again, and we'll also get, what's the other one? The Eva and all that sort of stuff. There's loads of different ones. I think that's completely milk the mold. Nemesis, of course, shattered glass Nemesis. They colour the Eva mold. You know, the purpley pink one, whichever one it is. I can't think. I've got the little Doctor Wu version. I think they do. I think they call it Eva. They'll give it a white Ultra Magnus. They probably will, actually, yes. Any more news on Titan class for the Legacy Prime Twilight next year? We don't know. Michael Jordan. Pepsi. Princeton's in. Good to have you, Princeton. Thanks for jumping in. For the Titan, I've got to... No, I don't think you mean Michael Jordan. You mean... oh, it's going really fast. You mean the other guy. It's not the Jordan, it's... Oh, it's the other guy. What's his name? Still got the cartoon version to go to, otherwise we'll probably skip that. LeBron. It's the LeBron. They do a LeBron Prime. They definitely do a LeBron one. Not a Michael Jordan, they do LeBron. It's yellow. It's not Michael Jordan, the actor here. Wind Charger's getting mixed up with LeBron, the basketball player. I saw someone put Core Classic Iguanas. I did that on my video, Alan. I did it in my video. I did it on my video, and I actually sent it Evan, and he was buzzing because he didn't know he did it. He was well surprised when he did that. Yeah, I remember sending that to him. Don't worry, buddy. I don't know much either. Yeah, I did it on my review of him, and I sent it, as I say, to Evan, and he was really surprised. And I think there's another one that I could just about do it with, but I wasn't exactly sure which one it is. There's too many Prime molds anyway. That's what we were just referring to then. What do I got here? I need to catch up with all of this. There's always seems to be quite a few I think Friday, I don't know if Friday's the best day to do this. There's a Ghostbusters Prime. There is a Ghostbusters Prime. I still need to review that. I've not done that. There's a Dead Prime. We should do that. We should do a pool. Guess how many versions of that figure. Do you have the rest? I mean, how many versions of that figure there will be released? There'll be loads. Is there a date from ML? Not yet, Pete. We need to speak to Robot Recruit, don't we? He will. What's the word I'm after? He's that's who I've ordered mine with, so hopefully we'll know soon. What's this? Deadpool Prime. My person, I get something from Japanese G1 on the Unicorn Trader. They've done almost everything at this point. It's hard to find a good candidate. I think, were you talking about, I don't know if you're talking about Titans. Titans, for me, again, it's weird, isn't it? Because obviously they've done the Combiner, the RID one, then they probably do God Jinrai, I reckon now, because that would be as well. Transformers Collector's cards in August, yeah, but nowhere in the UK yet anyway. That's the one. Evangelon Prime, Eva. That's the pink, purple, green, whichever one. I've got the Doctor Wu version of it, but not the what's the next to Diatlas? What's that thing next to Diatlas? What, the box? Because I haven't got Diatlas's figures. Not where's he want? Where's he want to know? What's that thing next to so many primes? I only got the Earthrise Prime at the moment, but I'm going to swap him out for the Commander class. Yeah, when it comes. I want to know what somebody's asked about. Does he mean the box? If he means the box, it's Metro Titan. But I haven't got. No, you can't see Diatlas here. You can only see Big Powered. So I don't know. There's Big Powered's box there. That's Metro Titan's box. Purple and green, yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, it's Metro Titan. Big Powered is this one. And then that's Metro Titan. Big Powered is the full combined form of Diatlas, Road Fire and Sonic Bomber. But that's the Big Powered gift set. He's in that, well, I've got two versions of them. So there's a single box there, and then there's a gift set box there. Maybe this is good actually. Maybe I should show you a bit more. I call it Takara Corner because this side there's the grandest box and everything. Dialis himself is on the shelf right there, but there's a box and there's a gift set box there because I'm silly and I buy too many of them. Have you got more bits for Grandis? No, not yet. I still need the Micromaster, to be honest. I need the Micromaster. The bits that I've got, somebody again very kindly 3D printed them for me. I'm hoping they do one of the City bots as the next, hopefully not Fort Max. No, we don't need another Fort Max, to be fair. We need, I don't know actually. I said Overlord as well, because I think Overlord would be brilliant if they did it properly. Because Overlord, well, I suppose they've done it with Tidal Wave, haven't they? Japan took the Micromaster concept. Yeah, definitely. Overlord, you know, with Tidal Wave, you've got all the big things. I think they will do a Fort Max because of the reissue in the US. I have to go, but it was great to have a quick catch up. Good. Thanks for jumping in, Dave. I do these monthly anyway, so the next one will only be about 3-4 weeks away because this one's a bit late. And of course, well, there's SDCC happening soon. There's going to be loads of reveals then. So I'll be on here loads talking about them, as usual. But yeah, good to see you, Dave. Overlord will be MPG because they need to do standing scale. God, right. You're probably right, to be fair. I said missing link, Ironhide and Ratchite. Overlord would be an excellent commander or Titan. I'm worried they're going to skip on the little engine guys. Yeah, they've not done... yeah, you're the same time as me. Pathosis. They're not doing the proper gimmicks anymore. I don't like the proper gimmicks. I prefer that. I don't like that they don't do the proper gimmicks, like the real Godmasters or Power Masters, whatever you want to call them. It's annoying that they don't, like even the Headmasters. Okay, they change the Headmasters. They call them Titan Masters, but they don't work the same. That you don't get the dial on the chest, etc. I said in that video, obviously, Peter, the Magic Missing Link, Ironhide and Ratchet would be there brilliant. It would just be, they could perfectly, as I say, fold out the head from where the seat is. Would love to see a Commander class Dialis, but I reckon it would be HasLab due to its obscurity. RJ's in. You say that it's obscurity, but he's still, at the end of the day, he's an Autobot leader, isn't he? Your slags are on the way. Dude, I thought you'd laugh at that. That's why I sent it you. Someone put up a video about how bad the originals were, but I would take them over anything. What, with the original, which ones? Oh yeah, the Ratchets and the Ironhide. That's because, like, well, you understand, you know your Diaclone more than anybody, that they're exosuits. That's why it's good. Dialis is class. He's just got such a good shelf presence as well. He looks brilliant. I know the Siege Micromasters didn't sell the best, but it sucks that they won't. That's the problem, innit? He was in Legends over at Japan. That is his. I hated that toy. That's why I don't even buy it. That's one. And I love Takara repaints, but I didn't buy it because it's not. It's just I felt it was lazy, and I know that I buy a load of repaints, and I buy a load of redecos and all that sort of stuff. But for me, it was rude. It was rude on Dialis. Hasbro could have made a hole in the seat and screwed a moulded head. Yeah, they could have done that. They could do something like that. I don't know why they didn't actually. That's probably they just used the moulds, obviously, didn't they? Which we all know about. I saw that, yeah, the Legends one. I don't know why they do that, but it'd be cool to make a legacy figure of one of the Diaclone reboot suits. Yes, they would. Windcharger, a retool of Twin Twist or Top Spin. Also, the original Diaclone stuff was the very best. Well, Prime Collector, you're in the right company on here because Pete loves his Diaclone. To be fair, lots of people on here like the Diaclone, to be honest. And I suppose you do get that appreciation when you get to see them in sort of hand. There's just, I would love to collect it properly, but as we were just discussing on here, they go for too much money. Ratchet is great. Retro Robot, oh goodness, by itself, okay, placed on the top of its sled. He looks great. Missing Link jump starters, that would be funny. You could just have a Missing Link Throttlebot, it would be today. I can't believe you've not done a Red Mirage. We discussed this last time, Windcharger. I have no idea why they've not done a... Oh, why is my hay fever kicked in at night? Why they've not done a Red Mirage. I believe they've lost the mould though, haven't they? I believe they've lost the mould, so that's why we haven't had... But we haven't even had a Generations one. You have some milestones. Russ would like to see some million. Yeah, obviously I'm really lucky with the way that the channel is growing. I don't know what everybody said, because I get asked now by people, what do you think it is? Like, obviously that Clouder video went insane for 2 days. I've got no idea why. All the tags are exactly the same. The video length is exactly the same. The music's exactly the same. I don't know. I don't know what. The only thing I can say for certainty when I do the videos on this channel, um, is that I think that's just is the comics obviously don't do very well. The comics don't do very well at all, but I don't mind. I started doing them for a chap called Sean Haggins, I think his surname is. He hasn't been on the channel in quite a bit, but I started doing them for him in America because he couldn't get hold of the UK ones at the time, so I carried on doing them. And I think it knocks the algorithm when you put a good video then a bad video, and it just ruins it. And obviously the comics don't get too many views, but now I know that so many of you want to read them, and I say so many of you, there's only about 50, 60 of you, but because there's 50, 60 of you who are actually real people who I talk to, like I'm talking to you right now, I carry on doing them. So it's hard for me to get it to bump and to jump and to go really high. But again, I'm not actively. Of course, it's nice if I get a lot of views, it's nice if I get more subscribers, and it's brilliant when I get to chat to people like you guys, but I don't actively, I do put a lot of content up, but that's again because I want to, but I don't actively, I suppose, look and search for it. Otherwise I wouldn't put the videos which don't do very well up, which are the comics, which are things like, funnily enough, Magic Square do awful on this channel. They don't do very well at all, but I know that some people like them. I know that some people buy them and they want to. I'm only on issue 4, but I've got recorded up to issue 4 ready to put on. 50 people can fill in a room. That's a lot of people. Exactly. That's why Pathosis, that's literally why I do it, because there's Darren on here who reads them. There's a few other people who read them. So if someone's genuinely reading them, then I'll keep it. And that's what I did with the G1. I went from issue 1 all the way up to the very end, because I knew that at least 3 people were reading it, and they've picked up a little bit now. Some people have gone back and read them all, etc. And perhaps I could do them a little bit better, but I don't know. It's just something that I like to. I don't mind doing it, so I've carried on doing it. The Skybound are brilliant. I need to do the Void Rivals as well. The only problem that I've got is when I get to the end of G2, do I just get out? Because I haven't read the IDWs myself either, so I haven't read any of them. I've got it's called the Definitive G1 Collection, and it's got all of that. It's got all of IDW and whatever the other people who did the comics is. The commercials I've got to be careful with, Darren, because obviously I don't own them, and I got a copyright strike on one of them last year. And if you get a couple of copyright strikes, they shut the channel down. So I'd love to just keep putting loads and loads and loads of them on, but because obviously they're commercials owned by Hasbro or Takara, they don't like them. It's nice to see someone not just asking for money on the shorts. I didn't even know that people do that, to be honest. I don't ask. I mean, I've got a channel membership, which some of you guys have got it, which is great. I did that mainly because a lot of people wanted to because people do Patreons and I don't do Patreons. And the reason why I don't do Patreons is because exactly what I've just said. If you want me to say happy birthday to you, I'm not going to charge you for that. I'm not going to say, yes, you have to be a Patreon member or this. If people want me to say hello, I'll say hello. If people want me to, like I've said, get well messages and stuff like that, I've never come on any of the streams that I've done ever and asked for money, and I didn't even think that was a thing, to be honest, and you won't hear that from me. So it's very, very nice that I've got people who do, but I never ask for it at all. Missing link battle charges would be great. They'd be really good. And that is, funnily enough, Super Sculpt. So the people, I think you know how it works. Obviously, the people who are members, what I do is I do a deluxe figure giveaway every yeah. I don't do that. As I say, that's scamming up approach to yours end. I appreciate yours. It's honestly, it's the truth, because I looked at it, because when people were asking me about it, I looked at a few of the other content creators and I thought, well, what is it that they what is it? Oh, Crackles is up as well. Good. Simon is in as well, which is perfect. And Simon's jumped in and hit the like. Brilliant. What was I saying then? Yeah, and I looked at on some people's patrons, and the other thing that they do is, oh, you're very nice, Al. You did. It's great. oh, what was this? I can't think. Other channels offer early access or special only things, and again, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to exclude people who didn't want to pay or who couldn't afford it, etc. So I felt that if I did that, if I did, then it would exclude people. So what the channel membership is, it's just a bonus, and we've got a Discord as well, which is something else completely entirely. So it doesn't affect the running of the YouTube. The YouTube just carries on the same. There's no early access. There's nothing that everybody's going to see something. Everybody's going to see everything rather. There's nothing that's hidden away. There's nothing for special members. The Discord's different, but on the channel, I just want it to be. It's free for everybody. So that's very nice of you to say that. And again, thank you to Al, because he does, and so does Pete. Pete pays top membership as well. And you have good content. I like all your charisma. Well, thank you very much. And I do try and put up as much stuff as I can. Now I've learned how to do them videos where I can just put the images on without having to move. You probably saw the one with Road Peg. I did that literally in my kitchen while I was having my tea. So it took about a minute and a half, so it was fun. But also, Al, you won you had Strong Arm last month, which was brilliant. So again, it's nice that I could give that back to you for your support as well. Platinum members, yeah, that's what Pete is. I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it. What is it? It's only past. I'll do it at 11. I get more interaction on a Friday. I don't know whether to keep going on Friday. Friday's good, but the problem with me is Fridays is normally the only night I get to sit down. But again, I've got a wedding to go to tomorrow. It's crazy season at the moment. Oklahoma, and I love all this. I love the fact that there's people here, there, and everywhere. From loads of different, even continents, never mind different countries, which is good. And I love the fact that you guys all chat as well. And funnily enough, introducing you to each other in person at some of the conventions, the toy fairs and stuff that we've done is good as well. And that's the biggest thing that I say all the time that I like to. Dave's jumped in, perfect. Just popping in briefly. Don't worry about it, Dave. It's late. It's a Friday night. I just appreciate anybody coming in and just saying hello. Another person who I've met. Hear me out. I was waiting for him to come. Missing link wheelie. They could missing link anything. Like I said in the video that I think I think what they'll do is they'll do the ones that are going to make a load of money first. I think the Seekers, because I know it'll be more difficult, but I think obviously, again, as you know, if they do one Seeker, you get 6 minimum. Bare minimum. That's before you start talking about Acid Storm, Sunstorm, Nacelle, and all the other rest of them. So I think a Seeker would definitely would be that, because it's just, that's why I did the discussion. I did the Ghost exactly. There's all these ones that we could just completely just keep running them all out again. So I looked at it when I did the video. I looked at it for two reasons, for exactly that. Crackles is in. Don't worry about it, Crackles. It's because it's a different time of the year. Missing link, Jeff. Message is true, and does YouTube offer a delayed upload? The Wednesday and Friday videos that came out on Tuesday and Thursday makes I think that's odd. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop actually calling them by their names now, Pete, because of the way that it's working. Shorey's jumped in as well. Brilliant. You're all jumping in. This is great. There is literally about 20 members now in the chat, which is perfect, because I'm going to do the draw in about 20 minutes. I'm very good, Shorey. Are you going to... We'll ask that in a minute. We've already asked that a couple of times. Yeah, Pete, I'm just going to stop calling and WhatsApping on Wednesdays, because my diary's moved around. So by the time I get to do that video, I get to do that Tuesday lunchtime. And sometimes I used to hold it, obviously. But then because my evenings are really busy, I don't get a chance to hold it. I guess so I've got to get it up as soon as possible. So instead of me saying a really early one, I'll just say this is news. And I think I'm probably going to start doing them more often, because I've already got one to do for tomorrow, definitely. So I can't call that a Friday. I think Soundwave is the next. Yes, Soundwave is a really good one. I'm so pleased with the Missing Link Optimus. Such a perfect fit. Completely agree, Prime Collector. And we've discussed they're going to milk it. It was more, I think, for me, I was surprised at how much better it was. If Bandai and Takara would out transfers, maybe we'll get the Jet 5 would be weird, wouldn't it? The Jet 5 would be brilliant, but it would cost. Can you imagine how much it would cost? It would cost so much. Fungboy, you need to get him out. He's totally worth just getting out and having a play with because he's brilliant. Again, I suppose it depends. It's for the people. I think people who are in the chat and people who've got these. I do. We said the babes definitely. I think they're really only super. I don't know. I would like to know if any young collectors who didn't have the G1 Optimus Prime, who didn't have them, if they've got the same sort of feeling, because I don't think they would have. Bayverse is in, there he is. Missing Convoy's in this silver stripe on the left side of the truck. Still love it. Yep. There's another member. Where's he been? There's loads of you in here, Brandon. Everyone keeps jumping up and down. Missing Link, Omega Supreme, parts forming up. Missing Link, you know what? I love Omega Supreme. I think he'd be brilliant. I like the idea of Missing Link, but Takara is asking too much money. They are expensive. I was going to say they've already done a Missing Link Star Saber. It's called the HasLab version, which is true. The transformation process is exactly the same. The only problem I've got with is the figure's smaller than the original, and I've said this to quite a few people. It's loads smaller, but it is Missing Link Star Saber because it's exactly the same. Prime Collector's super expensive. For what are we talking? Missing Links or Titans now? I had Optimus Prime up in my youth and not G-Optimus Prime Toys R Us much later. So did you manage to get a Missing Link, Darren? I'm not too sure if you did or didn't, because for me, Brandon, for me, it's so weird being able to hold it in my hand. And I know a load of people get it, and I know a load of people I've chatted to have just said exactly that. Everybody's been really busy at the moment because it's summer. Surely, I love the fact that Missing Link Convoy, but I have the Encore reissue, so I'm not going to open my Missing Link because I'm too. That's a great answer, Shuri, and it's perfect because they're going to go up in value, so might as well keep it. Been a long time. I'm good, thank you, buddy. I like the new Legacy Deluxe Prime that's coming out. Looks like a budget. It is a budget. Oh, wow, these are coming fast now. It is a budget version of the Missing Link. Where are we? I've brought the already HasLab. I might trade it for Victory Saber down the line. I'll have to be Prime in person though. Super nice. Which G1 figure do you most want to upgrade? Good question, Eastman. Very good question. You're right, Dest. The one I want to upgrade the most is it bad that I want to say Artfire? And the reason for that is because it's gone a little bit yellow, and I need the target master and the shoulder attachment. In fact, I need all the pieces. So I would say it would have to be Artfire. But the problem for that is now Artfire is just stupid. So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I've just got to keep selling a few things on and off. But yeah, I'd probably like to do Artfire. I'm quite lucky that loads of them don't need too much of an update. I think Russ meant to say G1 Winch. I've got too many of him. I thought I had one there, but I've moved one. I'd probably like a sealed one, to be fair. Windcharger, do you have a sealed G1 Windcharger? No Missing Links in my collection. I was thinking about Legacy Brawn, and there was but as well, like a car mode was. Yes, the car mode's brilliant. Legacy Brawn's brilliant. Do you mean the Studio Series 86? Because he's brilliant. That's a brilliant little figure. Yeah, I'd say get him. He's well worth it. Do you have any interest in third party? Super Sculpt. The truth with third party is, can you remember what you had for Christmas out of the third wave? Can you remember what I had for? Yes, I can. I'll come to that in 2 seconds. What's your favourite Transformer from recent? These are good questions. These are very good questions. My opinion with third party is some of them are really good. Some of them drive me insane. But with regards to my collection, the only ones that I actually keep at the moment, and that's just because of space, is these little ones. Is Doctor Wu ones. I've got a few, as I say. I've got a few. No, I don't think I've got. I mean, I've just, as I say, just showed people this one, which is nuts. That's nuts. That is nuts. But it's the Magic Square transformation, which drives me mad. So wave 3, which is of course. It would have been. I'm getting mixed up. I thought you meant for Christmas for '87. I definitely know I got Dreadwind and Darkwing and Mindwipe. I know I definitely got that. I'll come to that in a second, Shuri. What's your favourite Transformer from recent? That's a great question. probably, is it, I'm looking at it now, is it bad to say Deathsaurus, the HasLab one? Because it's brilliant and I never thought we'd get an updated version of that at all. Wind Charger, fantastic, see you later. Oh, Bayverse, it's mad, yeah. You need cartoon New Age Megatron to go with your Optimus. It's not cartoon, it's comic book version. It's comic book version. Yeah, Dreadwind was 88. Was it? Oh yeah, of course it was. I'm hoping someone will make a Masterpiece Scale Fort Max. If they did, that'd be amazing. Right, I'm going back to Shorey's question. Shorey's question was the combiners, wasn't it? I didn't get a full combiner. Nice to see you, buddy. I'm sure your name, I'm sure it's pronounced what the fuck. There you go, I'm not going to say that. I had all the got legacy filtered into. How did you get that so early? See, I haven't got any of these. I wonder where they're all coming from. That Giant Optimus is cool. I'd like that G1. Yes, big, great. Hasbro Deathsaurus is a fantastic figure. Yeah, it's definitely. If one of the new ones, did you find Missing Link was a bit devoid of too similar but too different? No, I loved it, Crackles. I really loved the Missing Link. I was surprised at how much I actually did. You've got to get MP Scale Fort Max head from Fanstores. Yeah, that's coming out already. I like what Legacy's doing right now, but it's been incredibly difficult to get figures locally. Whereabouts are you, Super Sculpt? Because if you've not got a Hasbro Pulse, or Big Bad Toy Store ships worldwide, so I would think that would be easy enough to get it from there. I answered that to somebody else the other day. Before we had Smiths and before we had Robot Recruits and Pulse, I used to get everything from Big Bad Toy Store, which is, it's not cheap, but, well, it is cheap, but from where, I mean, the shipping costs and all that sort of stuff, but if it means that you're going to get it, that's the one that I used to use all the time. I can't fault it, to be fair. I never had any issues with Big Bad Toy Store. I used to spend a fortune on there, but now they're all out in this country, so I can get them no problem whatsoever. I don't like the fact that they got the... Oh, of course. How stupid am I? How stupid am I? Right, okay. I find it very celebrated by the name of... See, I don't like it. I don't like them. I don't do repro labels. I don't do repro stickers. I don't do repro parts. I don't do KO. So it's nice that you can recommend them to other people, but I don't want... I get asked that all the time. Why don't you do toy hacks? No interest in toy hacks at all. I don't want to put new stickers on a vintage figure. What's the point in that? No, for me, it makes no sense. But that's just me. I don't mind shipping stuff, but I'd like to be able to pick stuff. I think the days of that have gone, Super Sculpt, unfortunately. I think the days of walking into shops and finding them all, I've just completely gone. There's too many places that carry many if they get everything out, and I'm not. I do. I want to know everybody else's opinion on that. And Pete, I'm sure you're the same as me. Would you ever toy hacks, or would you ever repro label any of your figures? It's the same with the bubbles. I don't do repro bubbles either. I'd rather have the empty box than stick a brand new bubble in it. There you go. I think it went last week and they had maybe 8 figures. Yeah, we're quite lucky that Smith has always got that. It's weird, the repro thing, but for me, I'd rather just have the empty box. I'd rather not have him stickered. I think that's one for last week. Because I mean, obviously they're very popular. There's loads of companies that do it. Obviously, the incident of I completely agree with you. It's good that you can, if you want that, the option's there. It's great. Couldn't find roofs of the original one stuff. I like the concept of detail stickers, but I can't just. It's one of them weird things. I admit it. It's weird. I'll hold my hand up. For me, loads of people have said it. As soon as they saw my videos, you know, I think it was Camshaft as well. Someone's like, "Oh, the stickers are terrible," but and I agree. Some of them are. Some of them need new ones, but I'd rather either have none on it or hunt it out. But as we put there, it's so good for the people who want it. I mean, but then they go to the extremes. I was on Patriot Prime's Instagram and they've got some stickers which turn the Transformer figures into mask characters, which is really interesting. But that's not for me. Some I have done, most I don't. It's weird because that's another thing that people talk about. I like to find stuff in person when I can, which is really why I have to go like this, just to give me a good chance of finding something that grabs me. You see, Dave, I admire you for doing that. I cannot into the Great stick was full. I see what you're saying with that. I completely agree with that as well, to be fair. That's again why I don't do the upgrade kits. I've done a couple of videos on them, but then I sold them on straight away. But yeah, with regards to the upgrade, some of them are great, but like I think someone on Instagram was selling the the 102 Optimus Prime, the Voyager one, and because you got the upgrade kit on it, it was like $150 or something, which is crazy. Dave, what was I saying? I'm saying I have to be completely Transformers. I love the fact that other people have got loads of different things they collect, but for me, just can't do it. I've got no space. I'd love to be able to buy more things, but no. In fact, I couldn't afford it anyway. I've got too much stuff. But I love the fact that people, especially loads of people, like collect Turtles, they collect Thundercats, they collect Master of the Universe, GoBots, etc. Well, getting rather dry in my part of the world. It's starting to become a G1. I like people who say, well, so one of my Antex jump stars was a new old stock, no stickers, so I stick it in. Well, no way, you got an Antex one. See, I haven't got any of them. They're on my list, they are, Al. I'm so jealous that you've got that. And I think somebody was talking about Antex a minute ago on there. I think Windcharger was talking about having a winter in demand. They've got 102 Prime again. Yeah, that's it. But there's the upgrade kit for him, Brandon. There's the upgrade kit which costs something silly like $50-$60 to put on a 40 quid figure. So it's like, what? Well, a $40 figure as it was. As I say, it's all up and down. And the beauty of it is that we can all, do you think we will ever get a Pepsi Prime? Yes, I think I will, but at the moment I'm in no rush, if you know what I mean. There's other things that I'm not moving on to, that I would, if I had the choice right now of a Pepsi Prime or the or Fire Guts Gin Rye, I'd get Fire Guts Gin Rye every day of the week. Purely because what's the word I'm after? Just because I've got at the moment I like collecting Optimus Primes and I've got quite a few, but I think that I need I could let another one pass, if you know what I mean. Those TFs are my main thing, but it's nice to have a little bit of everything. I understand you. I think it's because I've got to. I think because I can't go on anything else, and because I'm such one of them stupid completionists, I wouldn't be able to stop it. Basically, that's it, Pete. It is, isn't it? Did you redo your vid completely? Not yet, because the reason why I forgot him as well is because I've got on my Master Force shelf, Jinro is behind the behind God Bomber's armor, so I completely forgot he was in there, to be fair. So if I did it, I've got to take Jinro off the shelf and take him all apart. And yeah, so that's the reason why I've not done it. That's the reason why I totally forgot about him, in honesty. But yeah, Takara equals Chrome. Somebody put that in the comments. But there's so many that I need to, I think that, again, it's having the time. The other problem as well is that a lot of the figures that I'm doing videos on, like the vintage Japanese stuff, I'm genuinely scared. Like even just that Throttlebot, not Throttlebot. Thanks for jumping in, Dave. Not the Throttlebot, the Omnibots, that's the word I'm after. Even transforming him, I was petrified because it was squeaking, it was creaking, it was making all these awful things. Do you know what, Brandon? I'm not too hyped for it, as stupid as it sounds, because all I want to do is I want to go there, I want to see you guys. I want to video the, what's it called? I want to video the trader hall, and to be honest, that's about it. I get too caught up with talking to you guys. Like I've been there, the last 2 times, and I think I haven't seen any panels because I've just been too busy walking around, chatting to everybody. And I'd rather I want to just go there. I want to just video there. I'm not looking to buy anything either unless I notice something completely which I haven't got, which the chances are at one of them places. Although saying that, I was going to say the chances are there people knows what's the word I'm after? I'll come to that in a minute, Fungi. What's the word? They should know what they're selling, but